Good morning. Today we are going to discuss on something which we have been talking in video lesson 2. We talked about plan. What is plan? What do you mean by project plan? What are the tools that we can use to do the project plan? So this is what we are going to discuss today in the video lesson 3. First of all, let us look at this video lesson 3, where we are going to have the two tools which I am going to discuss today. Is about one is about Gantt chart, the other one is about network diagram. We are going to see what is the advantage and the benefit of using the two, how they are same and how they are different. This picture is about Gantt chart. You can see the Gantt chart. These are the activities that is going to take place, and this is what is going to do. We have something called milestone at end of each of the schedule or each of the activity, and that's called a milestone. We achieve something in the end. What we are going to achieve. Okay, like this. Now, this you can see these two processes are taking place simultaneously. These two activities are going to take place simultaneously, but in the end you will see that it will lead to the other activity. Similarly, these two activities are done, and then it will also continue here. Okay, this activity will continue, and then you will see the product is delivered. Similarly, this is called Gantt chart. There are tools, automated tools to build Gantt chart available in the internet, and also there are tools which are available in the market where you can automatically enter the data and the Gantt chart can be represented, or you can even use Excel also. Now you can see this is called network diagram. Network diagram means it shows task 1, then it goes to task 2, like task 3, okay, from here to here. Task 1, then it goes here, it starts here. So these 2, 3, after you finish this one, it goes to this one. Then it like this, it will show what are the steps that is going to be followed in completing the development of the project. So that is going to be explained in the network diagram. Now if you look at if you can look at this one, you can see here requirement collection 5 weeks. Okay, from this date to this date we are going to collect the data requirements. Then we are going to design the screen user interface from this time to this time. Then we are going to collect the report design, database design, documentation, coding, testing, installation. So how the system is going to be developed, what is the plan, it is being explained here for you very clearly. Now the next one is we are going to see the comparison between the Gantt chart and the network diagram. Number 1, Gantt chart, it shows the duration of the task, which you have seen, how many weeks, when it will start, when it will finish. Then it will show the time overlap, like means it will show these two tasks will overlap. That means task 2 and task 3 are independent. There is an overlap. If there is an overlap, it will show both have to start at the same time. Sometimes people think, let me finish this one and then I start the other one. No, some of the tasks are overlapping. That will be shown in the Gantt chart very clearly. It also shows slack time. I will explain about the slack time. Slack time means what? The time until which you can delay your particular activity so that it will not affect the overall project development. Sometimes you don't have people to do the task, and at the same time there is another task which is important and priority. If that task is not going to be done, it will affect the project progress. So you can delay this task for some time, even though it is planned, but you can wait for another 2 weeks to start the project, but then you can complete as per the plan. That's called slack time. The next one is called network diagram, which I already explained you. It shows the dependencies, it shows the relationship between the tasks. Here it shows the overlap, here it shows the dependencies. That means what? Task 1 has to be completed to continue with the task 2. Without the task 1, you cannot do task 2, for example. Number 2, it shows which task can be done in parallel. It also shows that these two tasks can be done in parallel. That's actually called like which are the two tasks which can be done parallel, means at the same time you can do the two tasks or more than two tasks. Okay, show slack time by data in rectangles, or it also shows the slack time. Slack time means how much weeks you can delay the project development, how much time you can delay it. That's called slack time by data in rectangles. Networking diagram is a critical path scheduling technique. You know what is a critical path means? For example, you want to do the project development in a shorter time, optimizing your resources. So you have to know which sequence is the best sequence to follow, and that sequence is called critical path method. If you are going to skip this path, maybe your project will be delayed. So the critical schedule networking is what? A critical path scheduling technique. This is very good when you have well defined task which has a clear beginning and end point. This is very good only when you have tasks which have a clear beginning and end. Okay, can be worked on independently of other tasks. That means what? You are having different tasks and one task can be done independently. Like you have 5 people, you can give this work to one person to do, the other person will do. So independently and are ordered. So it serves the purpose of the project. That means what? When you are going to have a task, it should actually serve the purpose of the project. Now the major strength of this network diagram is what? Now if I change the activity, if I'm going to do activity 1 first and then do activity 2, or first I do activity 2 and then I go for activity 1, how it will affect the overall planning of my project? That will be shown very clearly by this network diagram. So there are two tools which we have seen. One is the Gantt chart, the other one is the networking diagram. Networking diagram is based on critical path method, which shows the important activities that has to be followed in a sequence in order to make sure that your project is done in time. I think with this we will stop for this one video lesson 3. We will continue with the video lesson 4 in the next episode. Thank you.